Genesis 35. Then God said to Jacob, "Get ready. Move to Bethel and settle there. Build an altar there to worship the God who appeared to you when you fled from your brother Esau." So Jacob told everyone in his household, "Get rid of all your pagan idols, purify yourselves, and put on clean clothing. We are now going to Bethel, where I will build an altar to the God who answered my prayers when I was in distress. He has been with me wherever I have gone." So they gave Jacob all their pagan idols and earrings, and he buried them beneath the great tree near Shechem. As they set out, the terror of God was upon all the towns of that area, and no one dared to pursue them. Finally, they arrived at Luz, now called Bethel, in the land of Canaan. There Jacob built an altar and named it El Bethel, for it was there that God had revealed himself to him when he fled from his brother. Soon after this, Deborah, the woman who had been Rebekah's servant, died. She was buried beneath the oak tree at Bethel, and so they named the place Allon Bakuth, which means Oak of Weeping. After Jacob returned from Paddan Aram, God appeared to him again and blessed him. God said to him, "Your name is Jacob, but you will no longer be called Jacob. From now on, your name will be Israel." So God renamed him Israel. And God said, "I am God Almighty. Be fruitful and multiply. You will become a great nation, even a multitude of nations. Kings will be among your descendants. And I will pass on to you the land I gave to Abraham and Isaac. Yes, I will give it to you and your descendants after you." Then God went up from the place where he had spoken to Jacob. Jacob set up a stone pillar to mark the place where God had spoken to him, and he poured out a drink offering and olive oil on it. And he named the place Bethel, which means house of God. When the time came for Rachel to give birth, they broke camp and started toward Bethlehem. But Rachel went into labor along the way. Her labor was very difficult. And the midwife said to her, "Don't be afraid, Rachel, for this is another son." As Rachel breathed her last, for she was dying, she named the baby Ben-Oni, which means son of my sorrow. But his father called him Benjamin, which means son of my right hand. So Rachel died and was buried beside the road to Bethlehem. Jacob set up a stone pillar to mark her grave, and it is still there to this day. Jacob moved on and camped beyond Migdal Eder. While Jacob was living in that region, Reuben slept with Bilhah, his father's concubine, and Jacob heard about it. These are the names of the 12 sons of Jacob. The sons of Leah were Reuben, Jacob's oldest son, Simeon, Levi, Judah, Issachar, and Zebulun. The sons of Rachel were Joseph and Benjamin. The sons of Bilhah, Rachel's servant, were Dan and Naphtali. The sons of Zilpah, Leah's servant, were Gad and Asher. These were the sons of Jacob, who were born to him in Paddan Aram. Jacob returned to his father, Isaac, in Mamre, near Kiriath Arba, now called Hebron, where Abraham and Isaac had lived. Isaac lived for 180 years. Then he breathed his last and died at a ripe old age, joining his ancestors in death. And his sons, Esau and Jacob, buried him